Hey everybody, movie fan Z here. So the movie I'm going to be reviewing for you is the horror classic from the 90s, and that is 1996's Scream. So this movie is directed by Wes Craven, and basically in this town of Woodboro, there is a killer on loose who is just killing people, goes by, in the later installments, goes by Ghostface, and you're introduced to this girl Sydney, who does have a backstory, but is kind of like the one that's against Ghostface because he's trying to kill her for a certain reason. So you get to see everything that unfolds with Ghostface and Sydney and everybody that she knows in this small town. Hopefully I said it right without giving anything away. So, Nev Campbell in this movie plays Sydney, but you also have supporting performances from Rose McGowan, Matthew Lillard, Skeet Ulrich, David Arquette, and Courtney Cox. So let's get into the good and the bad. Let's start with the bad first, because we'll end with good. I thought a lot of the performances were very bland. It's like, and especially Courtney Cox's character, but for her, I felt like her role was kind of unnecessary. She wasn't the killer, but she was another type of villain that you just couldn't root for, and nothing redemption wise for her. And that, but I just felt like a lot of the performances were just there. And the story was good, but not great. But the biggest problem I had with this is the unoriginality of it all. Instead of it trying to be its own separate horror movie, it took so many times to just talk about so many different horror movies or explain how a certain scenario referenced a different horror movie, and it's like a love letter to horror movies, but I wish it was kind of like more of an original movie. But let's get to the good. I thought Nev Campbell as Sydney was the best part of this movie, especially because you get to learn a little bit about her backstory and something big that happened in her life previous that kind of relates to the main plot. I thought there were some inventive kills in here as well. And those are kind of like the main two. Oh, another negative, and it might be because I've seen this movie, but it's been so long. But within the first probably 45 minutes, I could already tell who the killer was. Because there were some big clues that they had that it made perfect sense. And that kind of took away from it a little bit. You didn't get the mystery aspect of it as much. So overall, this is another movie where I'm going kind of like in the middle, and I'm going to go 6 out of 10. Again, it's considered a horror classic, but It's just okay to me. But that is my review for 1996's Scream. Come back next time for another review. So, Movie Fantasy signing off. Have a good night.